Coach, we've seen more, I guess, the Jewel Lloyd folks are used to, I guess, in terms of some of the big shots, the offensive numbers. Are you seeing anything different from Jewel? Are the shots just falling? How are you seeing it through your eyes?
Yeah, I mean, sorry, Jules, my good. Um, you know, we talked about her being a professional shot maker. She played 10 years in this league, and she's been through um everything as a player. And it was a matter of she was getting those good looks. It was a matter of just seeing some go through. And once she sees them go through, it's hard to stop her playing, in the middle of the floor, playing off 2 feet. Getting to the free throw line has been huge as well. And something about, when you get to the free throw line and you get your rhythm there, that the basket opens up a little bit more. But I think, she was very intentional about the work that she's putting in, didn't overthink it, just stayed the course and just seeing those shots go through.
I know you and I have talked about this homestand and the length of it and ensuring that the team doesn't get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
We're a few games into that now. Are you happy with how the team has sort of approached this long stretch at home?
Yeah, and sometimes as a coach, I get a little antsy because, they have a group of really great human beings. And sometimes, in shoot around, I'll let them smile, laugh a little bit and be a little bit less loose. Just kind of learning the group and, seeing that their focus does shift when time comes. So just kind of finding that balance. But it's definitely not. I feel like it's not. It's comfort of being at home, right? We talked about routine and all that, but I think they're well aware of what this home stretch means, and so I think they're embracing it in a way that has been very positive. And as a coach, I'm just kind of, seeing how it goes day to day and not trying to overtax or, overthink or put myself into the situation, allow them to be pros and show up that game in and game out.
And then this one, obviously, we're far from it. But when I talked to NECA earlier in the homestand, she talked with this 2 game stretch specifically, seeing the same team.
Yeah.
This could be like a habit building towards you, the way you prepare for like a playoff series. Again, far away from that.
Yeah,
but you kind of view building habits like that when you've got these 2 games back to back against the same opponent?
Yeah, I do. And, we got that good cadence during COVID, obviously different reasons why we did that, but it does come into play when you think about the potential to be in a postseason situation with, an opponent. This is the same type of rhythm schedule that you may see. And the adjustments matter, how you approach those middle days matter, because there's some reality to the fact that we didn't play perfect basketball. Nobody ever is going to be perfect, right? But there are things that we can grow and get better at. And so those days in between allow us to not only prepare our bodies, but our minds, so that, the following game will be a game of adjustments and, punch first and all those things that matter when you're seeing an opponent back to back.
No, 10 games this season with 20 plus assists. You're 9-1 in those games.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a point of emphasis for you? Is this something the players are just doing on their own as far as that emphasis on passing?
It's definitely a point of emphasis. It's a goal of ours every game to have 20 plus assists, and keep our turnovers between pretty low, 12. I have pretty lofty goals, but I think we're doing a great job of moving a basketball. That stems actually from what we're doing on the defensive side of the basketball, though, to get out in transition, move the ball. We're going against defenses in their transition that allows us to, make some alley-oop plays or make some great cuts and things that may not happen as often in the half-court setting. But yeah, assists are always a point of emphasis. Being a point guard myself, I love passing the ball, but I love what it does for our team, the energy that it creates and the trust. And we need all of that as we're trying to win games.
There were a couple of times the other night, and I've seen this throughout the season as well, where we've had a turnover and it's like, whoa, that's your shot. Take it. Don't need to make that one exit. Right. You find yourself telling them, hey, that's your shot, man. Go ahead and take that shot.
Yeah, and it's coming back down to just kind of being disciplined and focused in those moments of, when we have the momentum and, I tell Jordan all the time, don't be cute, in the paint. That was last year. But just, sometimes can be overly unselfish, I guess you can say. But I mean, I'd rather um, to be up in that point. But those are also plays that we have to tighten up on because those can be rhythm shifters or momentum shifters the opposite way. So it's not just about what it does, how it looks, but actually what happens during the game, during the course of the game that can impact us as well.
Let's take some questions from Zoom. Ron, you'll go first, and then Christian. Ron, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Ron in Dallas. How are you today? Yep. Hi, Coach.
Ron, sorry, hold on just a sec. We're having a little issue hearing you.
I'm unmuted. Can you hear me now?
I think it's on our end, Ron. Go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Can you hear me?
Yes,
How are you today?
not too bad. How are you?
Well, considering it's 104 here,
Oh.
hot, but not bad. I don't think the players want to come back to Dallas since it's like that. Hey, Coach, what's the hardest part about facing a team the second time in 3 days?
Guessing what the adjustments may be. But at the end of the day, our focus has to be on us and how we can improve and get better. No two games are going to be the same. That Odyssey is going to come out with a little bit more aggressiveness, as is Enrique. You saw what McCowan did, 7 for 7. So, there are things that they did at a high level that we have to adjust to and prepare for, but it's just like kind of not knowing where they will go with a team who has a lot of firepower.
One final question, Coach. When I watched the game back again yesterday and today, the first game, Jordan Horston to me has made almost like a freshman to sophomore leap that we see in college. What do you see her greatest strength, and what has she really improved on the most?
Her preparation. Preparation breeds confidence. And she's playing at a high level because she's preparing her mind, her body for the scouts, the different matchups that I'm asking her to take on. She's really, really sharp in watching the film, looking at the scout, asking questions. And also, the efficiency that she's showing around the rim. That's something that she wasn't the best at last season. But now, as we play in transition or she gets deflections and steals as we're playing out of our defense, now you throw it to her on the wing and she's finishing, or, she's taking her up and unders and, very, very efficient around the rim. So as a player is growing in this league and growing in her confidence to get some 8 to 10 points because you're in the paint, and then your defensive presence on the floor, on the other side of the floor is breeding confidence for her, and she's seeing how she can really impact the team, but also be an impact player in this league.
Thank you, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's go to Christian.
Hey, Coach. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Yes. Jewel recently said that feels like jumping out of the slump that she was in, or whatever you want to call it, really helps from sleeping in her own bed, walking her dogs. And, with this home stretch, I'm just kind of wondering, like with more time on your hands in their whole city, what has it been like as far as, just kind of getting back to you and things that you like to do?
Mhm. Admittedly, very bad at doing other things. My other things include watching film, watching other games. I am a piano player. I haven't got a piano yet out here. That's something that I probably lean on doing a little bit more. I haven't really roller skated this year. So it's just locked into the season, I think. But my other stuff is just being in the house and decompressing that way. I'm my homebody. I don't do much.
Understood. And you kind of touched on one of my second questions
Hold on, sorry.
about Jordan.
One more time for Christian.
Yes, you kind of touched on my second question about Jordan. She's shooting around 71% at the rim, 65% on twos at one point during this 5-game stretch. I spoke to Coach Pokey recently, and I shared with her that, Jordan made on the video on YouTube, she didn't think she was going to make the roster last season, rookie year. And, Coach laughed about it. She said Jordan's such a pleaser and she wants to be so great. But sometimes you guys have to hone in that. And what does that look like for you guys as far as a day-to-day basis with Jordan?
You know, it's a team effort, literally. You know, she wants to be great. You know, I talk about her want to. That breeds a lot of what she does, how she approaches things, leaning on her accountability partners a ton, and Ezzy and NECA, you know, the accountability that they have for her, but that she reciprocates to them. I think that matters. You know, the team, like all of the things that, you know, we're surrounding her with support, with resources. But also, again, I'll talk about the confidence level. You know, a lot of times she gets on herself in games, in the moments, and what she's doing this year is having a short memory, not honing on the mistakes. And because she wants to people please, she's, you know, constantly wanting to do that at a high level, and sometimes it doesn't always go her way. But what I see this year is just growth in knowing that no matter makes, misses, mistakes or not, it's always the next play and how we grow and get better from it. I think she's doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach. See you
Thank
post
you.
game.